It's recording. What is your name? Your names?
My name is Marie Hayes.
I'm Minerva Grant.
What has been the advocates' impact on the Liberian community in Minnesota?
My first contact with the advocates for human rights when it was actually Minnesota advocates, is involvement first with asylum processes and refugee, helping people to sort of adjust here legally to have a legal status in the United States. And then its involvement with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Liberia really proved to me that the advocacy has been, the advocates for human rights have been there as an advocate for Liberians who come to the United States, not only in Minnesota, but the whole of the United States.
As Marie said, I got involved with the advocates of human rights. I got to know them when they started working with the TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and then I had some friends that used them for the immigration status. So that's one of the main impact they have on the Liberian community. They help in the Liberians with the immigration status.
Okay. How did you get involved with the Liberian Women's Roundtable?
I was one of the advisory members on the advisory council for the TRC with the human rights advocates, and we never say the TRC process is completely ended, but just when its work here was coming to an end, there were certain issues that were raised during the TRC processes and had to do with actually women and what impact being away from home have had negatively for women here, some of the issues that women have been dealing with. And Laura and Robin, they all talk about how can we help, how can we work with women that are already here to make an impact, not only for some of the issues that they were dealing with, but the issue the community as a whole was dealing with. What role can women play in terms of helping to resolve even some of the conflicts within the community? So we said, let's call a group of women together. Let's sit together and talk about these things. And here we are now, the Roundtable.
I got involved with the Liberian Women Roundtable when I saw the email. A girlfriend of mine forwarded it to me, and then when I read what they were all about, as Maria explained, women and involvement in the community and then with the TRC process, what we can do about it. So I decided to attend, and that's how I got involved. And I believe in women involvement, especially with the Liberian process, the peace process. Women have been doing well and still doing well, so I believe in that, and so I decided to join this group, and that's where we are today, and they are doing well and still doing well for the Liberian women, and we the Liberian women actually get equal, so, and we encourage all the Liberian women to come. This is not an organization, this is just about Liberian women getting together to talk about issues and concern in the community.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, and in addition to that is that we had to have a focus when we were meeting. I do realize that for the past few weeks, because of other commitment, I have not been coming to the meetings on Tuesday, but I kept informed and I kept abreast of the issue, and I was there when we decided that, look, we really have to have a focus. We can't just come to the table. There are a lot of issues to talk about. So where does everything start? It probably should start with our youth. And we heard about what's been going on with the youth in the school system, dropped out, and parents not involved in the life of their kids. So having really decided to focus on our youth is a good thing. And how do we do this? By having all of the Liberian women organizations around the table being part of the process and working together and finding resources through the advocates for human rights to support this group to do what they need to do. this is why I feel that I will be part of this group, and I feel that we can continue to work together, and we ask the supporters and sponsors of the advocates for human rights to continue to support the advocates so that they can also be a resource for us to do our work to help Liberians in the cities of Minnesota.
Well, I would say that, like as I said before, we are not an organization, so if Liberian women saying this, I will encourage them to come on board and help, bring development, get resources from this group, because that's what we're all about. It's a good group. Everybody expressed their view, we take it into consideration. We have the advocates of human rights there to support us, but we do everything ourselves, make our own decisions. So I would ask them to come on board, and we need more help. I'm not ready. For the past year, this year, I would say that I was out of the country for like 6 months. I went back Liberia, but I was always online, seeing what they're doing, and I'm really glad that right now we're focusing on how Liberian parents can get involved with their children in the school system. That's something we really need. So we ask the Liberian parents, and especially women, come on board, and things will be all right.
Okay, thank you.